Welcome to our YouTube channel. Hello everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are here and you're not 30, please kneel down and greet us good afternoon, good evening, or good morning.
If you're a boy.
Prostrate if you're a boy, kneel down if you're a girl, because you're about to hear 30 plus people yap away
and drop wisdom.
And share
that's
wisdom.
What we do.
Yes, when we're old, you know. It's experience speaking, you understand?
Yeah.
I'm very sure that
buy in the market.
You know, it's not easy to clock 30 in this world, this Nigeria.
It's not easy.
Because 30 is a major milestone, my people. 30. Celebrate. We should have I should bomb wine. You know, please, videographer, help us add effect at this place. Okay, welcome back if you've enjoyed that few seconds of fun. So today we are talking about a lot of exciting things, including clocking 30. It's not easy to be 30.
Glory, hallelujah.
Yeah, I have the #1 brand storyteller in Nigeria, about to expand to Sub-Saharan Africa, Europe, continent, everywhere. But for now...
But no. It's going to be global
brand story.
Global.
So we move from Nigeria to global. That's it. That's how we roll. Yeah, but for now, for today, as of today, it's just #1 in Nigeria. Do you want to hear her name, or should I say? Okay, her name is Adebola Williams. Zoe Adebola Williams.
Let me introduce myself.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hi. My name is Adebola Williams. Oluwashelaimi Grace Zoe.
Please continue. I love the names.
You can also call me Adebola Leaves because I've jammed some of you online in real life, and you will call me Adebola Leaves. So yes, that also works for me. I'm 30 years old. I turned 30 this year. Yeah. And I made this my entire personality, and it's not boring at all. So yeah.
30 is exciting.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like the 30 is a new 20 thing, because like 30 is 30. Why are you telling me?
Me, I don't even care what is new. I reached the age, and it's new to me, and I'm having fun.
You know, I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us something random, something interesting about you.
Something random about me. I'm always cold. That's why I need to have.
You can see you people.
I can't believe I just brought my husband. Such a crowd chaser.
She's looking for husband, people.
I'm always cold. It doesn't matter how hot it is in Nigeria. All those times that people were crying that it was so hot, Me, I was sleeping on blankets and covering myself. So I'm always cold. So if you are a snuggly man bear that have money, you know.
We will share details at the end of the video.
Let's talk.
Please stay tuned. We are looking for a rich, snuggly,
snuggly man bear.
You people can see she's wearing like 3 clothes.
Yeah,
that's because this is on, and you can see how I'm feeling. You're looking good, but this is sister in the Lord.
Very cold.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Wow. How will you survive in Canada and UK like this? And we are going to #1 global.
When we get to the bridge, we're going to cross it.
Interesting. Okay. I think that one of the most exciting thing about you is your, don't worry, I did my background, is your transition from biochemistry to marketing.
Is it that interesting? If you study biochemistry in Nigeria and you're watching this YouTube video, put what you are doing now in the comment section. It's more common than you think. A lot of people that we went to school together with, even my seniors, some of my juniors, a lot of them are working in marketing. A lot.
So first is, of course, like how you move to social media management, content, and all that, and we'll get down to that in the video. But I think there's a general perception that if you just study some courses in uni, you cannot work in Nigeria.
True, biochemistry is on that list. Maybe 1 to 3. Microbiology, biochemistry, some other things, but I know that biochemistry is I know for a fact that we're 17 in my class in UI, my set, and nobody.
So nobody even say, let me go and do a master's.
Only one person is doing something in clinical sciences, but all the remaining 69 of us, we're just doing different stuff.
That just means that Nigeria need to examine their curriculum. I've said it before, and I'm saying it again on camera. Please show it to the Commissioner for Education.
All the people that need to be
all the people. It doesn't make sense that someone invests 4 years, because it's not just the person investing 4 years. It's government resources, our tax that has been paid to pay lecturers for 4 years, and then there's no output. I think that they should just restructure some courses or scrap them. Anyway, what's something interesting that you're working on at the moment that you want people to know about?
Something interesting, but I should not lie you.
She's sleeping, waking up, and eating.
The most interesting thing that I'm working on right now is the fact that I'm not working. I'm not doing a 9 to 5.
That's so punchy.
I don't have work. So I wake up on a Monday morning. I'm like, what do we do today? What are we feeling like?
God, I beg.
Hey.
They will think there is something commendable.
Exactly.
Can you people see how she's making unemployment sound exciting? That's why she's the number one.
How much is my account?
That's why she's the number one brand. Say, if you want anything in this world, you want to sell it with story, please send her a DM. She's your plug.
I wake up on a Monday morning and I'm like, what do we feel like? What are we feeling like? What's the aura today? What's the energy? What's the vibe you're getting?
You know.
Depending on the side of the bed that I wake up.
It was the right side.
Like, let's do some writing. Sometimes I'm like, let's send some applications in. Let's see if we can help some companies.
You know, it's not as a superstar that you are.
Yeah. Other times I'm just like, man, let's just do some movies on a Monday morning. So I'm not working right now, and I feel like at the beginning I was a little worried what it was going to look like, and also I did not even sure that I was not going to work for this long. But I think that having to wake up every morning and finding something to do, no matter how mundane, as little as running an errand for my mom,
or watching movie and reviewing for us,
it fulfills my day. So I like the life that I'm living. I feel like I've entered into, even when I work now, I don't want this life to change.
So you work from a place of rest.
From a place of rest. Yeah, so I really like that. There are some weeks that I work harder than people that have 9 to 5 because I have projects that I'm working with, or I'm working with some friends and some things, you know. So yeah, I like that, but I like the pace that I'm living my life. It's at my pace. Nobody's rushing me.
You know.
Nobody's stressing me.
You know.
No sound is giving me PTSD.
You know.
Nobody's
no
in my
Microsoft
space.
Teams. No Slack.
I'm just living a good life. I think I love it.
No, I think that the director should play. I like the way
I'm not like she's not giving me job, but in case my employer is watching this,
please,
I'm still looking for
what's
work.
the minimum salary? $2,000.
They know.
Abi.
Some of you that have interviewed that you watch this, that will not call me back.
Don't call me back.
Don't let me say much. But yeah,
it's clear, interesting. Yeah, I was hoping that you talk. Is it one of your abandoned projects? I was hoping you talk about your 30 pod.
So I have a podcast. Right. See, the thing about being 30 also, and the thing about doing what I want to do is, I have a standard that I'm looking for, and I'm not going to compromise on it because of start where you are. I've done that. I've started where I was.
Now it's time to deliver.
Now I have an expectation of excellence that I'm looking for, and that's been my issue with my podcast, with the production, with the setting. It's not what I want. It's not giving it to me, and I'm so sorry for the people that are always sending me messages like,
yes, when is it coming out?
Some of you are not even there to relax.
They want to learn. They want to hear from the wisdom of elders.
Just give me a few more months when my life has settled now, and then I'll be able to deliver something great. Yeah.
Exciting. Stay tuned, guys. Still follow 30 Pod.
Yeah.
The 30
We are
Pod.
on Instagram and we are on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we are growing, even though we don't have any episode out.
Number one brand storyteller. Go easy now. Brand equity. What? Jerry's brand equity.
Facts.
Okay, so I think one of the spontaneous and also exciting thing about your career is how you've moved around before, of course, settling down with storytelling. Just walk us through your journey a bit.
So I started working in an agency. Well, I think the most important thing for me to even talk about my journey in marketing is the fact that I started from church. A lot of people I know a lot of people too that started their marketing career from church. When I finished in school, I knew that I wasn't going to have a 9 to 5 job. So when they will say Uncle Lagwaja or Auntie Lagwaja,
send your CV. They did it for you too.
I told my mom, don't worry. I can never. Please let me translate this.
Yeah.
I can never.
I will tell you people. She's trying to say that she doesn't want to wear suit and tie.
So I knew that I wanted to do something else. And at that point, I was interested in doing a childcare agency because, oh my God, I love childcare so much. I love early childhood development. All those things are like my jam. So I got a job at a Montessori that had a childhood development like branch for toddlers, especially newborns from like age 3 months to 16, 18 months.
Oh, that's unique.
So I was in charge of like 12, 13, 14, 3 months to 18 months olds.
Wow.
That's a very important age. A lot of them don't even know anything from anything. So
like their formative age.
I was taking care of them, singing to them, reading to them. We had circle labs moments. We had a very robust like curriculum, and I really, really had a good time there. And when I finished, while I was doing that, I was in church. They would tell me to write, or I would just see someone like, why didn't you people write it this way? You know, and they'd be like, oh yeah, well, come and write it for us. I'll write it and it'll be better. My church was very big on media production. We used to do announcements like they were TVCs. So I started writing scripts for the announcements. When we have like major events coming, I will write like the ad, how we should come about. And I was like, he's doing like this thing.
Yeah, it's adding together.
And it makes sense because the reason I got my dad to buy cable for us in our house when I was much younger was because I go to my neighbor's house and they would watch BET. BET used to have like the best South African and European
shows,
advertisements. And I was always like, is it butter these people are trying to sell me? Did you just sell butter with relationship? At the end of the whole thing, you just see butter. Can you come? How 99999?
So you're one of those people that are like new adverts and
I
code.
used to sit on TV just because I wanted to like watch adverts. So I already knew a little bit here and there by experience and watching. So finally, when I moved to Lagos from Ibadan, I just went to church again. See, community is really important. I feel like my journey is never going to make sense if I don't talk about community. When I was in Ibadan, I was like, oh, I didn't want this type of job. I wanted this type of job. There were the right support system there to say, okay, do what you want to do. You're young, explore, make your mistakes, and then come back and find reason. Or if that works for you,
then keep on
that
it,
life,
build
right?
the capacity.
And when I moved back to Lagos too, my parents were supportive in the sense of I didn't want to get a regular job, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be going to church whenever there's service. And when I got to church, I was like, hey, I can do this, I can do that. And right in church, somebody just came to say, someone was in church that had an agency in Lagos, and the person was like, oh, they have a gig with Google. They didn't even mention the name of the company. They just said they had a gig with a company, and they're looking for people that are just smart and that can think on their feet and that can write a little bit of writing. And I was like,
you have been doing writing in church.
Please. I can't remember the pay. It wasn't something like extraordinary, but they said we should come to Kiniko, and then I just saw the address. I put it in the map, and I was like, this is Google's office in Ikoyi. I said, I must lay there. I remember that day very well.
You're not fast and pray.
I stole my sister's jacket. I remember very clearly the jacket I wore.
God bless sisters.
The wig I wore wasn't mine. A lot of the things that I put together, only the shoe, maybe the shoe was like mine, you know. And I got there, and when I got into that space, I was like,
this is it. So I was it together.
Like I know I've been before. I've been to offices before. Nobody, I've never entered anybody where I'm like, this is it. I just always be like, oh, good work.
Guys, there's either you say good work and this is it.
Fact. So I entered and I was like, this is it. There was young guys, young girls, just doing like crazy stuff in the corner. Nobody was too boxed up. There were people in hoodies, there were people in dresses. Everybody just had their own personalities, their own styles. And I was just like, this is where God, why not shit him, you know. And then for 2 weeks we worked there, and it was just really, really good. It opened my mind to see that hey, all of these things that I was thinking about, I wasn't crazy.
They're actually possible.
And then from there I got into the agency, and then from there I just started building, learning, failing, making mistakes, you know, and then storytelling.
That's interesting. And I love where you are ended, because my next question was going to be, when did you adopt brand storytelling and say, hey, do you know what, this is where I want to major on, and I want to be the best at it?
So let me tell you what let me tell you the truth.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned. You're about to listen to truth.
In this my life, I do not want to work.
She just wants to be a big girl.
Honestly, I was born to be a socialite. I'm forced to be a creative.
Yeah, please, I need that meme. I need that meme to come up here. But born to be a traveler, first to do 9 to 5.
Every time I think of my career, right from when I was young, I used to think of 3 things: how my personality, my experience, and my interests, how they intertwine.
Personality, experience, and interest. Yeah.
Very rarely do you have a job or a career that captures all.
So it's like an ikigai thing.
Yeah, so I was like, eventually my dream role is going to be a role that I'm going to have like autonomy on what matters per time. And for a lot of companies in Nigeria, even if you're the marketing manager,
they have a direction.
You don't have, you don't have like creative autonomy. And there are companies, when I found out that there are companies in the world that have a role as CCO, Chief Creative Officer, and I found those people. I read their portfolio, I went through their portfolio.
Oh, you've done a lot of research.
And I saw that they're not doing marketing in the sense of paid ads, the social media,
email
marketing, all these things. Beautiful. But yeah, that's not their goal. Their goal is, they just want to create a creative company, even though the product isn't creative. They keep thinking of ways to innovate, for whether it's their stories, whether it's their impact, whether it's transforming people's lives that they are changing. and I was just like, that's what I need from where I was at. I worked in agency. If you work in agency,
you've done all the things.
Everything. You do email marketing. I even design websites.
Wow.
Before no code, all these people came.
You can design websites.
Oh, never blow me, I will shoot you.
Because I remember your website.
I did ads. All the things about marketing I didn't even like.
You were forced to do them because it's agency.
Because marketing is marketing. You work on multiple accounts. We are managing multiple accounts. You do social media, you do reporting, you do everything. After leaving agency, finally, I tried to freelance on my own too. You realize that all those you're learning from agency, you still have to provide it for your clients as a freelancer. So. When I got another job as well, I worked in Esrai Luxury, and why I was brought on board was for content, right? And we realized that before the content could do, there were a lot of like technical stuff
that you had to first. So you had to lay those foundations.
Marketing manager, then we had to do all of those things. So I already made up my mind that I don't want to consistently do the things about marketing that I don't like. And it's not possible, sort of.
In Nigeria, especially because of Nigeria's structure.
It's more recently that you are seeing Nigerian companies hire content marketing manager. They didn't used to hire all of those things before. So like I knew that I wanted to do something that would play to my strengths. If you want a technical digital marketer, go get them. That's not me.
I'm not looking
but
to write.
But if you're the person that will wake up in the morning and say, I have an idea. And it's going to blow your mind away.
And all ideas blow, guys. Or they blow. I didn't know who money was.
Even the craziest ideas that I have, we can tone it down and create it in a style that makes sense.
She's a star, a superstar.
This idea, I'm about to cry. I'm now.
Please bring dollars and hire.
So I thought, so when Femi reached out to me, Femi is the founder of Money. Reached out to me and he was like, Yinka is a friend of mine. Reached out to me and said, hey, there's a startup, that is doing fintech and co. They're trying to hire someone that can do just creative stuff. That's what they said to me. I said creative stuff. I'll be there.
Sign me up.
My number. So he gave Femi my number. Femi is the founder of Money. Femi gave me a call like in 20 minutes of speaking to Yinka on the phone, and he was like, hey, I got your number from Yinka. This is what we are trying to build. But I don't want you to do marketing for us.
Oh my God.
I just want you to do you. I've seen some of your portfolio. I've seen just come and do creative stuff.
Father Lord.
I was like,
yeah, the one that
do this one. I feel like that year was a year where I was really praying. Whatever I was
and your mother was praying. It was coming forth.
I need to tap back.
I feel like I've been bringing strong believers.
I need to tap into his back because I wasn't looking for a job. And even if I was looking for a job, most likely I would be applying for
like related agency, the people around you and you're exposed to.
We had a couple of interviews, but I already informed. They already gave their hand, like they wanted me on board. So interviewing was not interviewing.
It was just like part of the process.
We just having conversations, and I just resigned at my job. And then the next month, and then I really liked how my role at Money also transitioned. We started with creative stuff, right, which is what I was hired for. And as we started to grow, because the company started to grow like at a rate that they didn't even expect that they would grow, both internally and externally. And I was one that was like, hey, I think my role is I have a shifter role. It's always gonna change part-time depending on what we're working on, what we're trying to do. And it just changed like over time. But the bulk of my role, what was the foundation?
Was storytelling, creative storytelling. So that's
how it came, and then I started to research. I was one that gave myself that role.
I loved it.
I was like, hey, I don't want to come into my and be doing marketing. No. Let everybody know that I'm not here for marketing. What's the storytelling? I can't just be storytelling. So brand. And I was like, I googled it. I was like, oh, there are roles like this. There are people called brand storytellers. So I started to research. And I started to see that it's a broader thing that I can. And that was it. Yeah.
No, that's very unique, and that's a very unique experience. And what you just shared just reminded me, and this is probably a subtle shade. I remember when I joined Carrywise too. I was the one that coined my role to lead people and culture. It's not easy. And so like afterwards, and I saw a lot of tech companies trying to say associate people and culture. I just did look at them because before then, literally, I could not think. But I knew companies that changed their HR to people and culture after I joined Carrywise. So it was my final interview too. I mean, lucky you did one interview. Me, I did like 4. So my final interview was the CEO, a very smart guy, and we were just talking. I was like, oh, the first thing was they said I was too young for the role. But they also have a young populace, so They were looking for someone that had the depth of experience despite being young. And man, shout out to G. I spent just 2 years, almost 2 years at G, but the experience where I get like 5 years. so I was able to, I was literally selling it myself on the spot. And then at the end, I'm like, if this is what you're looking to do, you're looking to like hire the best people and build an amazing culture. Let's quadruple people and culture. And so if I'll be leading that department, I should be lead people and culture. And literally, for easy, smart people know smart people, Yeah, so that's and then when I started saying tech companies, I'm like, you see good till you copy them. Anyway, we are happy for the change we are pioneering, in the ecosystem. No, it's exciting and really love that, there's some sort of backstory to so random questions. What part of marketing, now you've said you're a marketer, but you do marketing. No, okay, so what part of marketing and storytelling do you find the most exciting?
What part of storytelling? That's the part I'm going to answer.
I like it.
Marketing, let me say anything. What part of storytelling do I find really good? I think the part where you always, I don't want to say campaigns, because when people hear campaigns, their mind
think
really
of billboard.
They
don't think about the ideation, the concept.
I just like story per time. What story are we telling? That's the question I always ask at Money. Like, okay, this season, what story do you want to tell? What's happening in the company right now? What's the story in here? And how do we want to get the story out there using the tools that already exist? So, like, what stories do we want to tell per time? When customers or other people look at our company or look at our products or see what we are trying to do, what do we want them to get? So I feel like that's my favorite part, and enforcing that even as it evolves, ensuring that we update that story even as it evolves is very important, because what happens is that a company can start as A and then they become 4 things on
as
their journey,
change,
and people still
refer them as A, and
but they are so much more than that. So I'm a big believer in, hey, we're bigger, we're better. Let's do bigger, better.
Let's do $1 billion. I'm about to say, like, I feel like I'm at that stage of my life. Let me say it on camera. So I did the HR strategy, operations, and policy for, I dare say, one of the fast growing, they say I should be using big English, NGOs in climate change in Nigeria. Is U-Recycle. Is run by a very brilliant lady called Oluwaseyi Moijo. She's a Diana Award winner. Diana Award winner is literally the most important award you can win as a young person in a Commonwealth country, because it's given by the Queen Elizabeth. So I did strategize the HR operations and all. I didn't build them a lot because first they were an NGO. Second, I liked their stuff, and I got a feedback on today's Sunday, on Friday. I've read that feedback like 5 times.
That's how it should be.
She was like I don't know what I did for them. I helped them structure their operations. Their company can now run without her. I structured. I also designed a compensation and benefits policy for them, because they were an NGO, but they also paid for some certain roles. They were looking for a balanced payment that would not just work for now, but that would work progressively as they were able to win more grants. So I designed like a 1-page compensation and benefits, took their directors through the training. So this is what I designed for now. If you guys would do this in 1 year, this is what it would look like and all that. It was just exciting. So now that you're talking about it, I'm like, I need someone to tell the story of where I was versus like where I am now and where I'm going. We shall see.
Bring pounds.
Pounds are big. I'll be my client.
So that you'll be able to get it.
Cute. Yeah. Okay, so what random, if someone was looking to get into like your space today, what are the 3 bullet pointer that you would give them in terms of advice?
Consume a lot of content as much as you can across different formats. Things that excite you, so that you can easily learn what works, why did this thing get me excited, why did this thing not get me excited, things like that. Secondly, I think that you should also find one thing that you are going to be really great at. As much as marketing has always been about generalization, know a lot of things. More and more, the world is tilting towards like specific kind of marketing. So you see roles like performance something marketing, life cycle something marketing, product marketing. They are making rooms for those kind of roles in companies, because now people are building tech-enabled, products. So those needs keep rising. So find something, learn marketing across scale, or find one arm, one niche and you just kill it, know it so well.
Narrow down.
When they mention the top people for SEO, for example, you're gonna be there. Or they're going to just find your thing and hone it so well. And I think thirdly, one of the things that I would say is find community. I think a lot of people that want to enter marketing, apart from conversations online with people, there's no depth.
Aggregated
Depth of
community.
friendship. You know, there's no, oh, this is what is happening in the industry. This is how to make the industry better. Some sectors or some fields have that. Marketing, we have a lot of talks and engagements and future-driven content marketing, marketing of the future, marketing of the past. We have all of those ads of the world. We have all of those exciting, but those conversations are creative. They're not conversations for how our lives can be better. As professionals. So I feel like you need to find your community, or you need to build one. You know, if you cannot find one, work with your peers to build one that would help you build a sweet career.
I love that you referenced like being a generalist and then now you have to be a specialist, because I had a question around generalist versus specialist, but I think that your response already covered that. Yeah. So yeah, let's move away from marketing. See how delighted she is, and let's talk about being 30. Yeah. How do you feel?
Well, the oldest age I felt was when I turned 18. So I feel 18.
You feel 18?
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah.
My body is still banging.
You
cannot really see it because I'm seated. Follow me on Instagram.
For more. You people, I don't know my data where I did this place out or not. I've been begging her to open OnlyFans for her feet. OnlyFans just for her feet.
See, if marketing doesn't work, if storytelling doesn't work, that's one of my retirement plans.
Our pastor will not see it.
Only feet. I will just put my feet out and sell for money. But on a more serious note, I feel good. I don't feel any different than when I turned 18. When I turned 18, I felt like, ooh, this is adulthood, right? Nothing really changed, like body-wise, any of those things. All those things that people are complaining about, like back this thing. Occasionally it happens to me, but that's not my experience all the time. I'm as agile as ever. I'm good.
You feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which leads me to my next question. Do you think that the society places unnecessary pressure, like how they say? So, for example, one of the proverbs I don't like is "a fool at 40 is a fool forever." Because there are actually people that wake up at 45. I'm like, okay, I've set people on my first 20 career years, and I want to set myself, and then they build a career out of. I mean, we know writers, for example, that they got their first break at 45 or 46.
But they were not fools when they were younger. They had always worked hard.
Word. That's the wisdom I told you people about.
Guys, forget.
Yeah, wisdom day. Knowledge day.
Men, I may not know. But wisdom. Forget.
She asked. But just generally, do you think that there's any societal inclination, pressure, especially as a lady, is there like expectations and stuff? That are unnecessary, I must add.
Yeah, I feel like, so you know that me, I'm an idealist.
Yeah.
And that means that I'm always seeing the sense in a lot of things. I feel like pressure is good. The reason why we have people that don't do anything about their lives today is because they are too comfortable.
Relaxed, yeah.
In the fact that, don't put pressure on me, don't shake any car and all of these things. I'm all for don't pressure yourself, don't keep your own different journeys. Our men are in stages, like my pastor would say.
Oh wow.
Men are in stages.
So life is
stages. You could be at the beginning. You could be at the beginning of your life. Don't compare yourself. Our journeys are different. It's not a competition. I love all of those things. But as someone that they are growing, there should be pressure. There should be evidences of growth. When you plant a seed, there's the time that you expect you to not see anything. It's just buried in the ground. But you have expectations that germination or whatever is happening. Sand is joining to roots, even though you cannot see it. After 3 months, you start to see a bud come up. Evidences of growth need to be seen. When people are demanding that from you, don't say it's pressure. It's life. You've lived 30 years.
Wow.
Killer Lily.
That's actually...
I feel...
That's wisdom,
and that's one of the things I talked about in one of the episodes on my podcast, that pressure is good, right? Pressure is good, but it's better if it's coming from you. If you are the one exerting pressure from a place of self-awareness, you are aware of your gifts. Now you know who you be. Me, I can't speak for everybody. but you. I can speak for myself. I know the shit and hellhole I've thrown myself through. And I know the dreams that keep me up at night. And I know where I should be if I'm taking my life seriously. I'm taking my life a little bit more serious.
Yeah, so now that you're 30.
Not pressurize and all of those. You get what I'm trying to say? So there's a place for pressure. Just make sure that it's coming from It's coming from you mostly. And when your family and friends are putting pressure on you as a 30-year-old, whether as a man or a woman, it's also understand that sometimes from a place of love and expectation. People have watched you grow, they've watched you fight, they've watched you heal, they've watched you bend. But seemingly there's no result. They would ask. It will be bad of your people that love you to not ask that where's the evidence or where's the fruit? You've been sowing, you've been pushing, where is it? It will almost look like they do not care about you, that they are nonchalant. So I feel like what gets a lot of people ticking is how they ask, how often they ask. And you can't stop that. When they ask, I have like some questions that when I'm asked repeatedly.
You have templates. I have
templates. I have what to say, depending on who is asking, where it is. I'm not offended.
Or your relationship.
You know, I'm not offended. I don't take offense for all of those things. I just go home and tell myself that, do I have to want to need fruit in this?
They're asking why you in Nigeria if you have got
my baby, you have questions. That's a push for me to like
move to the next level,
work a little bit harder. So if you are 30 and you are feeling like, oh, all this pressure is insane, you're not really 30. You're just 30 in the age. You're not 30 in the mind.
That's
when you're 30 in your mind, there are some things, there's a checklist that you should check.
Somebody said wisdom.
And that's the wisdom.
Wisdom
and
of
that's
the
the truth. Nothing but the truth, yeah.
That's a unique perspective. I have a lot of things to say about that, but I'm not going to say them, don't worry. I hope that this gems, this wisdom that just dropped, you write it down, you study it. It's interesting that you address pressure from a positive perspective, from a positive lens. It's the first time. Because we are a generation where people say, oh, nobody owes me anything, like I live my life the way I want. And then you're just talking about how expectations, some of these pressures will come from expectations. I wonder what kind of expectation my mother asks of me.
Do you get, like my mom expects me to be ready to give her a grandchild.
Oh, my expectation.
That's not from a place of pressure. That's from a place, it's even care, because you're 30. Your ovaries are not the same as when they were 25. Do you want to have kids? Oh, yes, I want to have kids. Then you should have kids very, very soon. Because it's going to hurt a little bit more. It's going to be more stressful. Do you get? They're telling you this thing because there are some facts that cannot change. We hope for miracles, but that cannot be our strategy. You have to do things right. And when they go wrong, we hope for miracles. You cannot put your foot down and say, oh, I will not go and fish because Jesus Christ fed the fish. He fed the people and he gave the 5,000 fish. You cannot do that. You have to put in the work. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Wisdom.
Like, I can go on. I feel like
guys, please listen to 30 Pod.
I want to preach so bad.
That's the problem with listening to 30 plus people. They have too much wisdom. Wisdom.
But
are you enjoying
this? If you're 30 and you're watching it, I'm all for don't kill yourself. Right? Don't kill yourself. Right? There are a lot of things that might be going wrong, or they may not go the way that you want. Some of them are your fault, so own it. Don't be like, hey, it's part of life. Own your shit and clean up. And once you're done cleaning up, now start to arrange your life. People have arranged their life at 50, at 60. You're just 30. Don't throw in the towel yet. Just sit down with your life. Do an audit. Take an inventory. How have I messed up? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the things I need to? What are the bridges I need to unburn? Which ones am I still keeping that I need to burn? You need to look at your life, do all those things, and then now get going. Does that mean that you will not make mistakes along the way? Even though you're doing it from a calculated point, you are going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're going to find lessons. You're going to take the wrong step. You're going to misspeak. All those things are parts of life. Is how you come out of those things and how you address them and deal with them. That's what's going to get you to the eventuality that you're looking for. 30 is different things to different people. 30 is 50 shades of 30. I have a lot of friends that turn 30 this year. We do not have the same experiences. There's nothing about our lives that are the same. Some live far away from home. Some live with their parents. Some live alone. Some have jobs.
Diplomatic passports.
Some do not have jobs. Some have diplomatic.
Some of us have to kill at the embassy.
Some of us have to kill. That's because our passport. I said they did not give us visa. Yes. Our lives are totally different. But the most important thing that I can see, everybody's fighting for their lives. All of you broke nigga, fight for your life. You gotta fight for your life. Nobody's gonna come and help you and fight you for your life because you're 30 now. You're an adult. Nobody's coming to save you. Wake up and smell the coffee, man. And that's the honest truth. Yeah. So
she switched to teaching me, but I need to bring her back.
Yeah. So
come back home, baby. Will you come back home?
And yeah, have fun with 30. And it's just 30. Also, 30 is just another age.
Yeah.
Don't be saying, now I'm 30. Don't have fun. Look at me. Motion shine, motion dumb, motion pretty.
Are you feeling her beauty?
At 30,
are you feeling her pulchritude?
There's
an aura, a glow.
There's a different sense of femininity and womanhood that happens to women at 30.
Mochilius will be happy to see it.
I've never felt more like a woman in my life. I've never felt more feminine, more powerful, more dangerous even sometimes. I know my power.
That girl is so dangerous.
I've never felt as beautiful, as sexy as I am. Like,
my lord,
as at 30.
Labagadosh.
It's not just about the banging body. It's not a banging as I wanted to bang, but it's banged. And it's just about a positive outlook of life. I'm open to experiences. I'm open to like good stuff. I'm open to lessons as well. So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so just before we leave the advice mode, the teaching mode.
Yes.
One bullet point for those in their 20s.
One bullet point. Yeah, you just listen to ask because
I had 2 bullet points.
Thank you. So if you're in your 20s, see, get your shit together now.
Don't let 30 catch you.
It's harder to see. Let me use my life.
Have you noticed that there are some opportunities you can't apply for? I just say, I'm like, 29 and below. What do you mean?
I'm Get your stuff together now. Don't laugh at your colleagues that they always overdo. Join them in overdoing. That person is always doing as if they're the only one in class. That person is doing
applying to opportunities.
Hey, buy your clothes with their clothes. Let them help you get to. You don't have to be 30 to
come to that
some level of achievement. There are people that are achieving like really great stuff in their 20s. You can be that person. The reason why the reason why I did not do some things when I was much younger, even though my mates did some of those things, because I was feeling like this time. Why are they in a hurry? Let me enjoy my
20
youth.
years.
You can enjoy your youthfulness while being busy. You can still have fun.
Productively busy. Let's add it.
You can be productively busy.
Yeah, not just be busy.
I feel like get your shit together once you're training. You don't have everything figured out, but there are some things you should have figured out.
Or have direction.
You should be in the process of figuring it out. Don't wait till you're 27, 28, 29 to now start to say, okay, let's think career. What's it going to be? Why are you in school? Start thinking about those things. I feel like they're really, really important.
This episode will not be complete without talking about movies. Yeah. Guys, can you see how excited she is? So,
I'm an amateur
movie reviewer.
Self-trained movie reviewer.
I think that you should follow her on Instagram. What's your Insta again?
Adebola Lives. It's also my Twitter.
And yes. So
it's not Adebola Lives. It's Adebola Lives.
Yeah, Adebola live like
live.
She's enjoying life.
Yeah.
So top 3 movies people should watch. People in their 20s and 30s.
Oh yeah, I think my favorite movie of all time will be on that list. Number 1, you should watch Forrest Gump. Everybody needs to see Forrest Gump. Wow. These are the issues. Can't believe you're friends.
She's a classist, by the way.
Yes, very. I'm a cloud chaser.
Yeah.
I'm a silent hero.
Please, where can we watch it?
I think it should be on Netflix.
Are you sure? It's not Amazon.
No.
It's not Paramount. It's not Apple. Guys, the problem is that she does not watch Netflix.
I do occasionally.
I
will watch Friends. Some of these my old shows, on Netflix. Yeah, I think Forrest Gump is on.
Say the name properly.
Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks is the guy. That's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Interesting. I've not seen it.
So I feel like everybody needs to watch Forrest Gump. That's number 1. Number 2, anything in the Spider-Man universe, even if it's just not Madame Web, anything but that. I feel like watch any of the Spider-Man.
Why?
Yeah, because Spider-Man is that's the superhero of my generation. Superman was a little ahead of my own time. So Spider-Man is more my guy. So any of the Spider-Man works, even the anyone, the cartoons, as much as you can find.
Cute.
And then thirdly, let's give you a complex one. I like complex movies. So you can watch Malcolm and Marie.
Oh.
The conversations are complex.
Finally. One that I've seen.
Conversations are complex. The entire
dialogue,
theme are complex. Script. Like you don't even know what you're watching. It unravels on the way. So I feel like for a complex watch, Malcolm and Marie.
Great. Thank you very much. You've stayed with us so far. You are the best. hope that you have learned a lot and you have picked a lot of lessons.
Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And share this to your friends and family so that they can pick up the gems that I have shared.
It's not easy. So one last question. Actually, one, yeah. So the last question, by the way, is for you to ask me a question.
Okay.
Yeah, so my second last question is, what question did you wish I asked you that you would love to answer?
How am I doing? Even though that's such a big question.
Yes, so how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, sure. Describe how you're feeling in 3 adjectives.
Okay.
Yes, so before that, give any career professional random advice.
Any random career professional advice. Yes, keep in touch with your colleagues as you go. So if you leave a company, right, and you're going to another one, keep in touch with people you work closely with. Not everybody in your company. Keep in touch. That could be where your next whatever is coming from.
That's
where
so
co-founders meet
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah. Keep in touch as you just climb, as you go from company to company. You don't have to always call them, but like on your birthdays or whatever, just hey, happy birthday, how you doing? Oh, what's the name? How is this? How is that? How you doing? Keep in touch.
I ran into like a former colleague yesterday and it was so exciting.
Yeah, keep in touch. It's good.
Great. Okay, yeah. So ask me a question.
So if you're not doing any of the things you currently do, put all of those things together. HR, people, culture, February, any of the things that you
Currently.
if you're not doing all of those things, what would you be doing? Not for money, like for life.
That's so interesting, because you've already. So I feel like I'm multi-potentialite. I'm also multi-versatile. So I'm one of those people that I'm not boxed up. I'm trying to do everything I need to do. So asking me to put all that away, I think what I will be doing is I don't think I'm doing that yet. I will either be a travelogue or a not sports commentator or sport journalist, because I feel like I do a lot of that. Just someone who comments on sport for the fun of it. Now I'm trying to do it professionally, right, for visibility. Like I'm not doing for visibility or anything. I just want to watch Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky and comment on it. I want to watch Chelsea versus Olympic Lyon and comment on it. But I think the travel look better. I think that's one thing that is not in the spectrum at all. Because I'm still doing a bit of sports.
Yeah.
But I think that travel look, like I want to visit, like let me tell you what I do. When I watch movies, like I go and Google places. I go my friends some of my friends are in those countries. I'm like, I remember my friend went to Switzerland. I'm like, please visit Eastward. Go to the lake.
I think you've been there before. I've been there in mind.
Yes, I think I would be like a travelogue, someone that just spotlights places.
You should take it on.
Timati low. Anyway, if you got here, safe. Thank you very much for watching and listening to a lot of gems that my 30+ friends have dropped. Follow her on Adebola Williams everywhere.
And follow here too.
Follow here too. Please subscribe, like. Remember, the goal is 50,000 subscribers by 2029. We cannot get there without you. Share with your community, your friend, your ex. Thank you very much. Your haters. Thank you very much for watching. See you.
Bye.
Bye.